Good afternoon, Serena. Firstly, I want to thank you for taking your time out of your schedule to meet with us today. We're very excited to have this opportunity to learn about your experiences and insights in environmental conservation, specifically as it relates kind of to the field of ecotoxicology. For this interview, our goals are to delve into kind of what your job entails, the regulations around your research, and to really get an insight into how what you do is affecting our local community. So, firstly, we just want to begin by discussing kind of what your position is, what you do, and how it relates to conservation of our environment.
Okay, so I work for the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, which is a federal agency. And the primary goal of the Fish and Wildlife Service is conservation and enhancement of populations for threatened and endangered species. My background is in environmental chemistry and toxicology. And so I work with a very specific group within the Fish and Wildlife Service that focuses on areas that are affected by either legacy contamination, so contamination that's been in place for a while as a result of industrial operations, also any spills. The spills could be of oil, which you're probably more familiar with, but they could also be a chemical spill. So if like a tanker truck overturns, or the train derailment that happened in Ohio, that sort of thing. So that's also in our purview. And so we look at the resources that have been affected by the contamination or the spill, and we quantify the effects on populations. But what's a little different about it is that we eventually will assign a dollar value to what that's worth. And the way we do that is we equate it to what are we going to have to do in terms of restoration to replace what was lost as a result of the contamination or the spill. And then we will seek monetary compensation from the parties that are responsible for the contamination to pay for that restoration.
Could you just kind of shed some light on the policies or regulations that like most impact or like what you're most affecting and kind of the role within your organization?
For me specifically, and this does not apply to the service at large, CERCLA and OPA, are our two big acts that govern. So one deals with hazardous substances, and so that gives us the jurisdiction over a contaminated site or spill. Was a hazardous substance released or was oil released? So that's under the Oil Pollution Act. And that's what gives us the jurisdiction to do natural resource damage assessments on a particular site or spill.
Are there any specific lessons or tips that you wish you had known when you first embarked on your path for environmental conservation that could really benefit someone who was entering into that field today?
Well, while you're an undergraduate, try to get some research experience. If you have any interest in anything to do with science, whether you want to go down a research path or get out and work, just get some experience. For me, it was a research experience for undergraduates program. I got lucky. I got one of those positions. They're funded by NSF. It was a long time ago. They've gotten very, very competitive. So, you'd need to probably do something else first, and don't be afraid to like wash dishes in somebody's lab, to get your foot in the door, to start working on more interesting stuff.
Well, I just want to extend my heartfelt thanks to you, Serena, for sharing your knowledge with us today. Your expertise and perspective have really enriched our discussion, and I'm confident that my classmates will find this conversation both informative and inspiring. We look forward to sharing this with our class, and we hope to continue to engage with you in the future. Thank you again, Serena, and we wish you continued success in all your endeavors moving on.
All right. Well, good luck with your class and good luck with your semester.
Hey, thank you. You have a great day.
All right. Take care.